Huntsville, another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Well, a pleasant, good Friday morning. Welcome in, friends. Here we go, episode 191. And, man, I kind of feel lonesome today. I looked over to my right, and there's not one of our fellow dumplings here on the show this morning. Billy, you're not here, man, and I miss you. So I'm just going to sit here and talk to the air. Billy, how you doing this morning? No response. Billy had a emergency come up this morning in his line of work. Things happen, and he had to go help a family this morning that is dealing with a loss. And so Billy is not with us this morning, but Karla Christian joining us. Also, Elizabeth Beatty will be on the show here in just a few moments as we want to wake you up and hope that everyone is off to a wonderful morning. I got an alert about 3 a.m. this morning from Walker County OEM that said there was a strong to severe thunderstorms in Bryan moving to the east, and that was around 2:30. I was asleep, and I got up this morning, let the dogs out, and I thought, man, it's going to be muddy because we had a storm come through, and it was dry concrete. So I don't know if that storm actually made it to Huntsville last night. If it did, I slept through it, but I know for a fact if the babies don't wake up and the dogs don't start barking, then usually all is well. So I don't even think that made it to this area. Maybe I'll ask Karla and Elizabeth a little bit later, but I have no clue because I got up, everything was dry. But that is how the morning started. And you know what else is happening? The wind is howling, about 35 mile an hour gusts right now as the temperatures will continue to drop throughout the day. This is kind of the first 1-2 punch of this Arctic blast that is moving into the area. A few weeks ago, someone had predicted that there was going to be this cold surge of air, and some news companies had disputed that, saying that they didn't think that was going to happen, or other meteorologists said that it would. But that's the way the weather goes, and we are set for a very cold next few days. It's actually going to get cold today, drop around to 40, 42 by 10 a.m., but then weirdly, the temperatures are going to rise a little bit. Saturday will be back up to almost 60. And then it's all downhill from there. The National Weather Service, and we had spoke with someone down in the Houston office yesterday, said that we could have in this area 60 hours of a prolonged freeze. That will start taking place Sunday night through Tuesday, through early Wednesday morning. And so freezing drizzle is in the forecast, but it's a very slight chance. And then Tuesday, things will clear up. We should have sunny skies, a high of around 30. But Monday is going to be the day to really watch out for on Martin Luther King Day, as they're expecting a little bit of freeze and drizzle, but I don't think it's going to be anything too bad. So for those of you that said, man, I just can't wait till Tuesday because I know I'm not going to have to go into work, I'm probably going to have to go to work. We'll see. We were up in Fargo, as many of you know, last year, and I had to go to work in the middle of a blizzard, and I actually have video of that. If you go on YouTube and search for like Fargo driving in the snow, you'll see me. And I'm safe when I drive. I have a camera in my vehicle that actually records while I'm driving. It's a security camera, and it records the inside and the outside. And so I wasn't doing anything on my phone or doing anything that would compromise my ability to drive. But yeah, it was the middle of a blizzard. There was 3 or 4 cars that you'll see in the ditch as I was driving, and I still had to go to work. So you know what? I figured if we could learn that up there, I guess I can drive in no ice that's going to be coming on Monday. Well, friends, we want to welcome you in this morning. Let us know that you're out there today. As always, we want to lift you up and encourage you. I had a thought, and I'm just going to get right to a little bit of inspiration this morning as I woke up. And some of you may be going through a tough season this morning. Many of you are new to this show, and something that we do periodically is just provide a little inspiration. We want to lift up our community. What we do here on Hello Huntsville and this Good Morning Huntsville show is celebrate good that is happening here in Huntsville. But some of you this morning, if you're going through a tough season, maybe you don't know why you're going through what you're going through. This was on my heart this morning. I posted a little bit earlier, and it says, stay strong and steadfast in your journey of faith. Remember that God often leads us through seasons of testing, not to challenge us, but to strengthen our spirit and deepen our trust in Him. Friends, this morning, as you may be walking through these times, hold on to the faith and unwavering confidence, knowing that our Creator has a purpose in every step that we take. And I go back to Scripture. Deuteronomy 31:6 reads, so be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, and do not panic before them, for the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. So just know this morning, if you're going through that, it's just a season. And I always encourage you, whether you're a person of faith or not, surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up. This morning when I got up, it seems like there's been something going on with the other day it was the dryer, ordered a new heating element. I've already replaced that thing twice in the last 2 years. And this was after a power outage. So I take it all apart just to see if it had burned up. Well, this time it didn't burn up. And so I put it all back together. I plugged the heater back in, and it's been working fine. So I guess there was a fuse that needed to be reset somewhere. Well, then this morning I noticed a puddle of water in front of the washing machine. But I said, I'm not going to let that define my day, because I started to get – and then my daughter woke up again early. And I said, it's all good. I'm thankful that I have a little water this morning coming out of the washing machine. I'm thankful for a washing machine. And I'm thankful that my daughter decided to wake up at 5:30. So, try to have that good attitude, even when it's tough. Everything comes at us. I want to acknowledge some folks that are joining us already here this morning. A big shout out to Clay Talsworth over at 0 Degree saying, good morning, Huntsville, Family Friday. I thought you said Family Friday. He said finally. It is Family Friday, but he said finally Friday. Clay, I went through that half of that bag of those dill pickle flavored Skittles. Those were pretty good, by the way. I had a lady at church. We had our staff meeting on Monday, and she actually took a handful and put in her pocket. I haven't followed up to see if she actually ate them. She may have just, Phyllis, if you're listening, she may have just been trying to be nice and didn't want to deny the Skittles. But Phyllis put them in her pocket, so I'm going to follow up and see if she actually ate them. A big shout out this morning to Jamie Saucier and Saucier Woodworks, saying a fine, fabulous Friday to all. Jamie, it was good to see you yesterday. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello. The Brisketeer of Huntsville, Kyle Kreiner, saying good morning, y'all. Ready to get this Friday started and over with. He's just like, I'm ready to get it and be done. Kyle, I wonder if Kyle's going to be part of the Chili at the Lodge coming up. Kyle, if you're not, man, you need to be a part of that. We're going to talk to Karla Christian here in just a few moments about this great event. We're going to learn more about the Lodge today as well and the great things that Karla has been doing in this community for so long. But Kyle, I don't know if you're a part of that, man. If not, you need to get out to the Chili Cook-Off coming up on February the 3rd. Jennifer Augustinetti, our good friend. Jennifer, I get those texts from you, I think, around 6 a.m. You're always entering the contest, and I appreciate that. She said, good morning, a fabulous Friday. Y'all have a blessed weekend. and start prepping for the winter storm. That's right. The Weather Service, I forgot to mention this when I was talking to him yesterday, said that you need to have everything, make sure that you're good to go by tomorrow night. And so make sure that you get those faucets covered up. You don't need to go spend a bunch of money on stuff. I mean, I remember when we were kids growing up, my dad had a bunch of old towels and we'd just take duct tape and wrap around them and throw them over. You don't need to go spend 20 or 30 bucks on a bunch of stuff. Just go dig around in your closet, find an old towel, take some duct tape, and you should be good to go. And if your pipe still bursts, don't come back at me because I'm not an expert at that. Some other folks joining in this morning. Kathy Schweitzer, we appreciate you, one of our school board trustees here at Huntsville ISD, saying good morning, Huntsville. Kathy won our $20 giveaway yesterday, and she said, "You know what? I just want to bless another organization with that." And so she donated that over to the Hearts Veterans Museum. So thank you so much, Kathy, for being engaged. Justin Kring joining us this morning, saying good morning. Miss you guys. Hey, Justin, miss you too, man. It's so good to see you. Tara Burnett in. I just wanted to knock these out. Here's a good friend of mine from back in Georgetown, man. Roderick Castillo. Roderick, man, family man. Got a little one growing up, and Roderick saying good morning, and love you, brother. Good to see you on this morning, all the way from Central Texas. The grandmother of Huntsville, Carolyn Gibson, is watching. She is looking forward to the Three Heath Brothers concert tonight. We're going to be giving away more tickets to that as well, and so make sure that you stay tuned in. Great concert coming up tonight at 6:30 that you don't want to miss. And we're going to give away some more tickets. Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel saying good morning. And she's telling it right now. Please tell people to plan now for their pets for next week's weather. And that's right, man. You know, so many people, we get so busy. But make sure you don't get busy enough to forget about your pooches and your pets. Take care of them. You know, someone one time had told me, well, it's not freezing, so my animals are okay outside. Well, let me challenge this to you. If it's 34 outside, would you want to sleep outside? Probably not. So get your pets inside, take care of them, put a heater on them, and keep them taken care of. Karen Altum, also Postcards Magazine, joining us, saying today is the day for the Three Heath Brothers concert. She says we still have a few seats on the floor, plenty in the balcony, so if you want to come, we want you there. Again, we're going to give away information on how you can enter to win those tickets, and so thank you for that. Mayor Humphrey, good morning to you, my friends. It's awesome to say Mayor Humphrey. Russell joining us this morning, saying let's go Huntsville. Russell has been engaged with us long before he had any political aspirations. And so, man, it's so good to have you, Russell. Appreciate all that you're doing for Huntsville. Randolph Thompson over at Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine saying good greetings, Huntsville. And may this day be the day the Lord shares his blessings. Amen to that, man. I went over to Granny Mary's yesterday and dug into these, what were those things? Boudin egg rolls. And I'm telling you, if you never had a Boudin egg roll, you need to go over to Granny Mary's just right down the street from us, and he'll take great care of you. Also, one final one here. More have coming in. We'll just get to one more, and we'll try to hop on some more of these at the end of the show. Our good friends over at Gensel Heating and Air saying good morning from Gensel Heating and Air. It's a good day. I like this. It's a good day to have a good day. So there you go. Every day is a good day to have a good day. Well, friends, tonight, again, I've been mentioning it this week. We've been giving away tickets. We do have those tickets for Three Heath Brothers. This is a great group of young men. It's actually a pair of twins and another brother, and but they all look like triplets to me, to be honest. But they will be at Old Town Theater tonight. Some great inspirational music, and all you have to do right now is text in the keyword brothers for your chance to win those tickets. 936-339-0139 is the number. Again, text in brothers along with your name to 936-339-0139, and we will be giving away some tickets, and we've got quite a few of them that we can continue to give out. Please don't text in, though, unless you can't make it. If you can make it, make sure you text us, let us know, but if you're not able to make it, please don't text in, because we want to make sure that Old Town Theater is packed tonight. I'm going to count how many gift cards. Cafe Texan blessed us with quite a few of them. We only have a handful left, and we're only on the 12th, so I'm going to hold on to these. I'm feeling generous today, $20 back into somebody's Venmo or Cash App, and if you don't have one, I guess I'll run over to Walker County and bring you a fresh $20 bill. So all you got to do to text that in this morning to win is our keyword. Final keyword of this week is January. So text in January alongside your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139, and we will be giving away $20 a little bit later in the show. As I mentioned earlier, Billy Cauthen not able to be here this morning. I'll talk more about Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home on the tail end of this show today, but they are our sponsor on a Friday. We appreciate the generous support from Greg Smith. You know, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has been giving back to this community for so long. And friends, if you're going through a tough situation, maybe you've lost a loved one, lost a friend, someone in your family, or maybe you know that that's coming. There's some times that folks know that maybe somebody it's unfortunate, but somebody knows that maybe they only have days remaining and you're worried, you don't know where to turn. I can tell you firsthand, not because we've had to use their services, but firsthand because I know Greg personally, I know Billy personally, not just because they sponsor this show, but they will take excellent care of you. The staff at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home treats you like family, and they don't want you to walk through this alone. They will help you. They have grieving counselors. And friends, I know it's a tough thing, but call on somebody who's going to treat you like family. That is our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We'll step aside, take a break. Karla Christian and Elizabeth in the house with us. We will have them on the other side. Before we do that, we've got your national news, a word from our sponsors, and more. Stay with us, Huntsville. As always, it's your show on a Friday. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm Ryan Daniels. Closing arguments are done in the Trump New York civil fraud trial, and the case moves toward a decision.
This case has never been about politics or personal vendetta or about name-calling. This case is about the facts and the law.
New York Attorney General Letitia James speaking to News Media after Thursday's proceedings. Here was Trump with reporters.
She's a political hack, the Attorney General. The judge is obviously extremely friendly with the group. And we'll see what happens. I think maybe he may surprise people.
Trump used the time to make accusations against the judge. Hunter Biden is pleading not guilty to federal tax charges in Los Angeles. He faces 3 felony and 6 misdemeanor charges and stands accused of failing to pay taxes, among other things. Hunter could face sentencing of up to 17 years in prison if convicted. A teacher in Maryland is filing a discrimination lawsuit against her local school district in Anne Arundel County, claiming she is the target of an improper investigation. Sarah Suhail, who is Muslim, sent an email reply recently about the Israel-Gaza curriculum being offered at the school.
You have a moral obligation to speak up in the face of injustice.
In her email reply all, Suhail cautioned colleagues at the school to be careful about what rhetoric they use when teaching on the subject of Israel and Gaza. Rauda Fawaz is an attorney with the Council on American Islamic Relations. She claims Suhail's being singled out because she's a Muslim.
But it is also clear religious discrimination.
The school system is not commenting on the complaint. The next winter storm marching across the U.S. and bringing significant new snowfall to Midwest communities already hit hard this week. Heaviest snowfalls expected through the day today, tapering off by the weekend. It will be followed by several days of frigid sub-zero temps. This is USA News.
I've got a unique vacation idea for you that's right here in the United States. If you're ready for a vacation that's fun and downright affordable, listen up. It's driving distance for many of you, so no planes, no airline delays, no hassles. It's Branson, Missouri, the entertainment capital of the Midwest. Live music for everyone. Branson has 3 beautiful, enormous lakes, water attractions, live shows, great food, and tons of entertainment. It's a perfect vacation for you and your family, or if you're retired and you want to have a great time. And you can stay in Branson for as low as $99 a night. Please understand, this is not a timeshare offer. It's a real vacation for as little as $99 a night. We've got a free vacation guide we want to send you right now. All you have to do is call for complete details. Get your free Branson, Missouri guide right now by calling this number.
800-399-4215. 800-399-4215. 800-399-4215. That's 800-399-4215.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Hey listeners, Rob here, and I'm excited to welcome Abby from the Color Bar, where they're all about meeting every community need with continuous innovation.
Thanks, Rob. We're thrilled to evolve, offering stylish cuts for kids, men, and women, alongside expert coloring services.
That's fantastic. What's new and exciting in the world of the Color Bar?
We're always adding to our repertoire. Whether it's trendy cuts for all ages or dynamic coloring techniques, our team is geared up for it.
That's great to hear. Any sneak peek into future plans?
Our community drives us, Rob. Stay tuned for more services on the horizon, ensuring we cater to everyone's unique tastes.
Exciting times ahead. And Abby, tell us about the Color Bar's locations.
We're not just in one spot, we're spreading the magic in multiple locations. You can find us in Huntsville and Conroe.
Fantastic. So listeners, for a stylish experience with the Color Bar, visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972. With multiple locations, they're here to give you a look that feels uniquely yours.
We can't wait to welcome everyone to the Color Bar.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Friends, welcome back at it. Time now 7:54. We normally, all week, we've been coming back at 7:57, which is weird. It's like back in the day, I used to look at the clock and it always said 11:34. It was so weird how things happen. This is the first time that we have been back before 7:57. I thought of that because I was thinking of Heinz 57 ketchup all week. I have no idea why. Or a Boeing 757. It's weird how your brain works. I'm going to Learning RX. Lisa Branch is helping me with that, by the way. So, hey, well, welcome back in. If you're supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock, great news. You got 6 minutes to get in. It's not super cold yet, so don't use that cold as an excuse. You can do that on Monday, although many will be closed for MLK Day. Tuesday, you're supposed to be back at work, but feel free. You know what? Let's slide down just a little bit more here, Carl. There we go. I got a little too close. Here we go. Perfect.
That work?
Yeah, we'll make sure we're centered up here. You can come back a little bit, Carla. Here we go. All right, well, welcome in. We are alive here on Good Morning Huntsville. Carla, so good to have you this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
You bet. I think I reached out to you, boy, it was like 5 months ago, and you said, let's wait until the new year.
Exactly.
And here you are. And I had to, Elizabeth is here. Welcome, Elizabeth. Good to have you as well.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
I'll formally introduce you in a moment. My ADD's firing on all cylinders, and I had to get this off my chest. I had to pay Carla $800 to be here this morning.
Josey Lodge would welcome an $800 donation.
I'm so thankful that you accepted that Monopoly money today, Carla. So,
absolutely.
I didn't want to get in trouble. I'm just kidding. She didn't. Before we get going, too, Sam, for all of you that follow us, Sam had I like Carla, she said Humpty Dumpty. Sam has fallen again, and poor guy has lost his arm. He has lost his little fist, and he has also lost his cane. And we're going to have to get him patched up for the fourth time. Dr. Hipp here is going to glue him back together. And so anyways, I had to acknowledge him.
Absolutely.
Poor guy.
Sam deserves the recognition.
Carla, he's fallen so much, and I've had to re-glue him. You see how he's leaning back? I mean, he's got that, we call that little swag here on the show. He's got that lean to him, So.
Poor Sam. Thank goodness for glue.
Oh, goodness. Well, you guys get it. It's been a while since I've done this. So you got a special treat this morning, Carla. As I formally introduce y'all here, Elizabeth Beatty joining us. She's marketing with the Josey Scout Lodge. And Karla Christian, been with the organization as the chairman of the Board of Trustees.
Correct.
But here we go. Y'all get a special treat this morning. First time guest on the show.
Nice. I love it.
Thank you, I think.
It's an honor.
Rick Boning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. He and Kay are with us every Wednesday. And he bought me this. It's supposed to go on a truck. And I saw this tube, and I said, man, I wonder if I can just blow in that thing and it'll work. Because obviously that's all it does anyways. And sure enough, it works.
It works perfectly.
And it is our welcome horn. So you are official. I should engrave this and give you one of them.
Could I have a miniature version? And I promise not to break him.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out. Well, Karla Christian is joining us again alongside Elizabeth Beatty. So great to have you ladies here this morning. Such a wonderful event that is coming up on February the 3rd. It is the annual chili cook-off and vendor market happening out at the lodge, just right down over here off Sam Houston. But before we dig into all that, Karla, I'll start with you. Give us a little bit about your history, just how you've been here in Huntsville. Maybe, I didn't even ask you before if you grew up here, but if you haven't, tell us about the journey in Huntsville and let us know everything about you.
I was born and raised in Houston, came to Sam Houston in 1982, fell in love with the place and never left. Married a man that lived down the hall from me in the dorm, and so this became home, and that was a lot of years ago. I claim it now as my own. Our son became involved in scouting in 2000, probably 1 or 2. He started in first grade. And I'm a firm believer that it takes a village to raise a child, and scouting was a very large part of my son's village. And so this is my way of giving back. We've been involved with the lodge in some way or another since then. And so when there was an opportunity for me to take a larger role, I gladly accepted it.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a good journey. And Elizabeth, you've been with the lodge doing some marketing. Let us know a little bit about you, if you don't mind.
Sure. I grew up here and was raised here. After high school, went off and ended up moving to Alvin for a little bit, starting a family, and decided this is where we were meant to be, and came back. My son is also a scout at the lodge, and he started in 5th grade as well. And scouting has just given him so many opportunities and opened so many doors and experiences that we didn't know were out there, have ignited a lot of interests and given him a community to support him and something he can support. So I love the lodge. I believe in the scouting, and I want to do whatever I can to give back as well.
Love that. You know, scouting is such an important thing. Billy, I knew he had something come up this morning. We were going to talk more about this, so I'll just kind of let Karla take a little bit of the reins. But, I know that you guys are a standalone entity, not directly involved with BSA and Girl Scouts of America and those organizations.
True.
But a big advocate and supporter of these organizations. Maybe give us a little bit of that connection, because some folks may think when they drive by, oh, well, that's the Boy Scout Lodge or the Girl Scout Lodge, and we want to make sure that we educate folks this morning, like you educated me a little bit earlier. So let us know kind of about that connection and how the lodge works and the great purpose that it serves.
Sure. The lodge was built in 1934. It was a gift from Robert A. Josey. He was never involved in scouting. He was a grown man by the time Scouts was formed. He just believed in the program, and he showed his gratitude for what scouting does for kids by building that lodge. So it is owned by a very small, all-volunteer, nonprofit organization that was founded at the time the lodge was built. We have no direct relationship with either BSA or GSUSA. Our funding comes primarily from dividends on the investment of an endowment that Mr. Josey left for us in his will. We also are heavily dependent on fundraising and on donations. We have a 4-part mission. Obviously, to maintain those buildings, the lodge and its caretaker's cabin, are Texas Historic Landmarks, and they are also listed on the National Register of Historic Places. You can pull it up if you want.
Yeah, we'll pull up while you're chatting here. Yeah, we'll pull up the site here for you.
If you scroll down, it's at About Us.
Yeah, here we go. Got you here.
On the left on the menu, scroll down all the way.
Oh, there it is. There we go. Sorry, Josey. Sorry, Karla. I had to hear you. There you go.
Not a problem. I buried it down.
Wonderful.
And you're close. Getting
We're
warm.
scrolling.
Keep warm.
This is that old country song that goes scrolling down the river. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, we're a very small, all-volunteer organization. We have a grand total of 9 trustees, including myself. We have no employees, and we have a 4-part mission. One is to maintain those buildings and make sure that they're available for the future. We're working on capturing and maintaining the history of scouting in Huntsville. That is a very large and ongoing project. A lot of the history was never captured, and so we're having to go back and find bits and pieces of it. When Dr. Will Oliver wrote the proposal to have us put on the National Register, he did a fantastic job of capturing a lot of the history. So the piece that we're working on is largely anecdotal.
Awesome. Well, it's good. You can find out more information online at joseyscoutlodge.org. And I just saw Thomas on there. He sings at our church at First Baptist. So yeah,
yes,
it was pretty. He doesn't. He's one of our. He's one of our deacons at the church, I believe. Yeah.
Yep. Thomas is one of my trustees. Kay Mitchell is one of them. Kay is Mr. Josey's great niece, and we have photographs of her as a young child playing in the lodge. There's one corner, and she had all her dolls set up, and she had a rocking thing going over there in that corner. So,
well, how did the idea? And we wanted to just share some of the history, which you've done so greatly to educate us. And folks can go online. There's a video there too to learn a little bit more. But how did the idea for Chili at the Lodge come about? I love the shirts, the fleece you got on this morning. The logo is so much fun. But let us know about how this idea for the chili cook-off came about.
We have some rotten logs. When you're a 90-year-old wooden building that gets used nearly daily, sometimes you need a little extra TLC. So we have some logs that need to be replaced. We need to rebuild the windows so that they can be opened and closed and stay in whatever position we put them, etc. The very last option on my list for spending money is to dig into Mr. Josey's endowment. So we were looking for a way to come up with some money that didn't touch the legacy that we were left. One of the trustees suggested chili cook-off. Well, okay. I happen to have a friend who is big into chili cook-offs, and the conversation took about 5 seconds.
That's what I was thinking.
I said, "Hey, Don, the lodge is and he also has been to the lodge. He's familiar with it. I said, "Hey, Don, the lodge is thinking about hosting a chili cook-off." And he said, "I'm in." And that was the end of the conversation. And so another thing we do with chili, and another of the motivators behind it, we get questions all the time. What is that building? What's inside there? Does it get used? What's it for? What's it like? It looks really old. Chili at the Lodge gives us an opportunity to open the lodge to the public. And we offer tours during Chili at the Lodge, and we have a lot of people come by just to see that building that they drive by on Sam Houston all the time and don't know what it is.
Well, it's wonderful. In this event, Karla Christian again joining us alongside Elizabeth Beatty here with the Josey Scout Lodge. This event's been going on for quite some time now, correct?
This is our 3rd year coming up.
So it's been moving along here, and I know you'll have guest judges that come in and judge the chili. And I was going back looking through some photos. Unfortunately, I've never been able to make it out there, but I saw the photos online. I said, man, there's a lot of folks that show up to this, and you guys are starting to really build up a really good following, and you've got some pretty good, I don't know if you call them chili cookers. You got some pretty good chili cookers coming into town that take advantage of this as well.
We do. We are a sanctioned event from the International Chili Society. We have chili cooks that come in from all over the country to compete at this event. There's a little bit of money for the ICS cooks to win, but mostly they're looking for a berth to the World Championship Chili Cook-Off.
So this is not just, let me say it this way, this ain't your grandma's chili cook-off. This is legitimate. You come in, but here's the thing too, and I don't want to scare anybody away, because maybe there's somebody that says, I don't have any aspirations to get on the national level, but I still want to come out there and showcase my chili. So if there's a John Smith working out of his house, I would assume he's more than welcome to come and try it as well, right?
Absolutely. We're actually running 3 chili cook-offs simultaneously. We have the ICS cooks competing against one another. We have community adults that only compete against other community adults. And we have a youth division.
Oh, awesome.
And those youth actually only compete against other youth. So Elizabeth's son will cook in the youth division.
Elizabeth, so have you been a part of this for all 3 years? Kind of let us know kind of your involvement, your history with it.
I have. I got a call one day when I was at my son's birthday party and scattered a little bit from Karla, and she said, I got a question to ask you. I said, sure, shoot, and I've got kids everywhere. And she said, would you help me put up some signs for a chili cook-off we're going to do? I said, absolutely. And when I got back into town, she said, great, you're the marketing manager. and that's how it started.
And when I told her that, she said, I don't know how to be a marketing manager. I don't have any background. I said, can you stand on top of a mountain and tell everybody you can think of in any way you can think to tell them? She said, sure. And boy, howdy, I just had to get out of her way. She went to town with this. So.
Oh, I love it. Well, and I've learned, too, whenever you said that Karla asked you at first, I was kind of mistaken, because I thought Huntsville was a place that we're always voluntold. But she did. She did tell you you're going to be the marketing manager. So, see, you were politely asked, and then that little extra boot of what we call the voluntold in Huntsville kicked in.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm really lucky to be a part of it. And it's been a blast where it's fun. It's a lot of work, but it is it's a great time, and we've kind of all learned we're kind of all family, and have a great time together, work hard, play hard, and it's a great cause, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed doing all of it and being with everyone, and then the chili cooks that come, a lot of them will come, through every year, so we've gotten to know them, and it's a lot of fun.
How much chili do you guys actually eat? I mean, are you sampling every bit of it, or how does that work, Karla? Because I've always wondered about these events.
We go and buy a tasting kit just like anybody else. Tasting kit gives you 6 little 1-ounce tastes. I tend to buy a lot of tasting kits. We'll probably have 25 to 30. Registration's still open, so I don't have a final number yet, but we'll have 25 to 30 different chili cooks out there. And I usually buy myself enough tasting kits to sample everybody's chili.
I will be out there, just being transparent. I'll try to get out there, and when I come, I'm going to have a bottle of Tums with me. So.
Absolutely. Bring it on.
But that's when you know it's good chili, if you need to take some Tums after you eat it, right?
Well, Walker County EMS does support us.
So they will be there?
They will be there, so we got you covered.
They have the IV form of the Tum if something happens, which is really good. So, Well, Karla, it's such a wonderful event. We'll talk more in just a few moments about how folks can buy these tasting kits. We'll show the website here in a few moments as well. One of the questions that sometimes folks has asked is, what are the funds raised for? So I wanted to give you an opportunity just to talk about the funding and how that helps out the lodge.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is a fundraiser directly for our capital campaign to do the repairs that need to be done. We need to put a coat of paint on the outside of the building. And we're back to that historic building again. Repairs to it are neither easy nor cheap. Mm-hmm. So all of the income from this goes directly into that capital fund.
And you think about, too, when you're dealing with historical buildings, I know even, my grandmother's house in Georgetown, as it was a historical building, you can't just start working on it. Yeah. You have to go through a process, too, to make sure that it preserves the integrity of that historical part of the building as well. So it's very important, and you guys are very good stewards of that facility.
We try. That's something that's really important to us. For instance, I mentioned that the windows need to be rebuilt. We can't just call a window company. Mm-hmm. They all need to be hand-built so that they are as close to the original as we can possibly make them. Anytime we can, we will rehab existing hardware. If we can't rehab it, if there's just nothing left to fix, then we'll go to something new, but still maintaining as close as we can get to what it looked like in 1934 when it went up.
Maybe there's somebody this morning that's watching. Again, we want to welcome you in. Karla Christian joining us alongside Elizabeth Beatty with the Josey Scout Lodge. Maybe somebody's watching this morning saying, I don't know if I can get to the cook-off, but I'd like to come take a look at the building or maybe a tour. Do you guys kind of do those kind of things? How can folks come by and just see the building sometime?
Yeah, they just need to get in touch with me. There's a contact us on our website. Just get in touch with me and we'll find somebody to come unlock it and show you around.
Is this facility, and someone did ask this a little bit earlier, I saw a question pop up, is the facility ever open for renting to where if an organization wanted to have a meeting or a potluck type dinner?
Sometimes. If the organization and the event will in some way advance our mission, we will consider it. Those all have to be board approved, but sure, we'll consider anything.
Awesome. Well, again, it's a great event coming up, and I mentioned earlier I'm giving away $20. How about I throw in, what is this, 3 tasting?
You've got
3 of them here.
Yes, yeah. And each one is worth a 4-pack of tasting kits.
So there you go. That's 12 packs. That's, what is that, 12 ounces?
Yeah.
So that's almost a Coke can of chili right here. And, that's a lot of chili. But we're going to give these away today as well. And whenever we call our winner at the end of the show, if you're not able to make it, let us know because we'll give these away to somebody who can be there. But this is going to be such a great event. Again, wonderful opportunity to get out, serve our community by supporting another great nonprofit. And I did want to pull up the website as well for folks so they can go right now, get information online at chili.joseyscoutlodge.org. That is the website to go to, chili.joseyscoutlodge.org. And you can find all the information. The shirt that I mentioned, now the fleece, that's a special one for, you can't get the fleece, but I love the shirts. I just asked Elizabeth, where can I get the shirt? And Elizabeth, let us know, how can folks get the shirt?
Absolutely. So you can go to the Chili at the Lodge website. There's a merchandise tab available. And we're taking orders until the 15th, and that way we can get them in time for chili. They've got the T-shirts. My preference is the hoodie. I love the hoodie. It's got the pockets. Oh, yeah. We've got sweatshirts, patches, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, and all those proceeds will also go to help benefit the lodge.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, go to the website right now, chili.joseyscoutlodge.org. You can find out more information. And I know we've talked a lot about chili. That's one of the big focuses of this big chili cook-off. But there's more than chili. There's going to be some vendors there. Maybe highlight some of the other folks that'll be there, Karla.
We've got, again, registration's still open, so I don't have a firm number yet, but we'll have in the neighborhood of 15 different vendors there. We've got woodworking. We've got lots of handmade items. We have a Mary Kay distributor coming. Renewal by Anderson. Back on the window topic again. Renewal by Anderson will be there. So our only restriction on vendors is that we have an exclusive arrangement with the Huntsville Kiwanis Club to sell on-site concessions, snack foods, and they also do a pulled pork lunch plate.
Awesome.
So with that arrangement, we don't accept vendors for ready-to-eat foods.
Gotcha.
Ready-to-eat snacks, and that's... I'm torn about that because some of the ready-to-eat snack vendors in town are just phenomenal. Their snacks are and the people are, so it's a tough situation. But Kiwanis donates 100% of the profit to us.
Yeah, well, that's important. They're a great organization,
They
too.
really are.
I thought you were about to say that I thought you were going to go in this direction when you were chatting, saying, we allow all vendors except anyone associated with chili.
Hey, if I can get a vendor out there that will sell, I don't know, little cornbread muffins or something, maybe little cups of cheese, it's a thing.
Call it a day, yeah.
Exactly.
What is? Go ahead. Go ahead. And I got another question for you.
The other thing I wanted to mention is that we have live entertainment on the stage all day long. We have a really wide variety of genres coming. We have the high school jazz bands will be there. We have a local gospel choir. That's an interesting situation because one of the members of that gospel choir was in Huntsville Children's Choir with my son when they were in grade school.
Awesome.
So he's now grown, and I told you I've been in Huntsville a long time. So he's now grown. They come back. We've got rock, we've got country, we've got pop, lots and lots of different genres. And it's all day long. So you just come out, taste some chili, and enjoy some live local entertainers.
Elizabeth, I don't know about you, but whenever she started saying gospel choir, I started imagining our good friend Miss Karla here singing the gospel up there on the stage. I think you could do it, Karla, if you never have.
I can shout the gospel. I can't carry a tune in a bucket. So I was a good musician as a kid. It was never vocal, so I'll shout. Just don't ask me to sing.
Well, again, this event coming up, mark your calendars now, February the 3rd, the vendor market from 9 to 3:30. That chili tasting will start at 11 a.m. to 3:30. You can find out more information online at joseyscoutlodge.org/chili, or just go to chili.joseyscoutlodge.org. Couple of final questions. Where did the logo come from? I love the bear. We don't get to see polar bears here in Huntsville too much. Where did the logo come from?
That's a great story.
It is a great story. When we started putting the initial plans together for this, one of our scouts, he was an Eagle Scout at the time and a member of Troop 114, has a bent for art. He's gotten even better, but at the time he was quite an accomplished artist. His name is Robert Rush. His younger brother and both of his parents are still involved in scouting. We asked Robert to do something for us, some design that involved cooking chili in chilly weather. And gave some hint of scouting, I think was the other ask of him. And then we left him alone, and he came up with that logo. The logo that's in use today is exactly what he developed, with one exception. The charring on the bottom of the chili pot is actually his signature. I had him sign a piece of paper for me, and I added his signature to the chili pot.
Love it.
So that's the origin of the logo. And then we started pulling the polar bear out of the middle of it and doing some things with him a little bit. At last year's event, we had a naming contest, and the polar bear became Chili Charlie.
I love it.
This year, we will have a live Chili Charlie.
I was just about to ask you, do you guys have this thing live?
This year will be our first live year, and Clay Tallsworth really needs to come and visit with Chili Charlie. I'll just say I'm going to leave that right there.
We'll have Dino Clay and Chili Charlie.
That's exactly right.
Button heads. It'll be great.
That'd be great.
Well, again, just a wonderful organization. Karla, appreciate all that you, Elizabeth, and your staff do. One last question. Maybe somebody this morning is saying, I'd like to get involved. I'd like to just come volunteer. Or maybe is there some opportunities that folks can volunteer to help out at the lodge, not just this event, but maybe throughout the year?
Absolutely. At Chili at the Lodge, we can always use some help with load-in. We'll have 40 or 50 cooks and vendors show up all at the same time that will need help unloading their vehicles. So anybody that is an early bird and wants to be there about 6:30 in the morning, we'll be grateful for the help. We also wash dishes for our chili cooks, so they don't have to haul stuff back to an RV or a hotel room and wash dishes. So we can always use dishwash help. Other times of the year, we've always got projects going on. All they need to do is go to the website, use that contact me, let me know what they'd like to do, what their skill set is, what they're offering, and we'll find some way to match them up.
Awesome. Elizabeth, your favorite type of chili, what is it? What do you like to throw in that chili? Jalapenos, a little sriracha sauce?
I'm afraid to say it out loud because now that I've gotten to know the World Championship chili cooks, it's kind of bad words, but I like beans in my chili, and I like a mild chili. But I will tell you, for $5 to be able to taste World Championship chili, it's a great deal. I make sure I have a lot of water on hand. It's a little spicier than I'm used to, but it's really neat to taste all the different chilies, and they're award-winning chilies. So
They are. We have some really distinguished chili cooks that come and help us. Our chief judge is the #2 red chili champion in the world.
Wow.
He brings, it's a family affair for them. His wife will be there as well. She's been cooking on the chili circuit for years. They also bring her brother, who is last year's traditional red winner, the World Championship traditional red winner, and this year's World Championship homestyle winner. And his wife comes and helps, and she is the reigning traditional red winner in the world.
Oh,
So
I love that.
we have some fantastic people that come and help us put this on. The chili cooks that come, one year we had 7, I think, former champions, former world champions out there cooking chili in our parking lot.
Yes, it's neat to get to say I've tasted actual world championship chili. So
When you're involved in that chili, when you're in the family of chili, you grew up chili, right? So when you're these cooks, that's probably your life. It's chili. You are not known as the breadwinner. You don't want to be the breadwinner of the family. You want to be the red winner of the family. So,
Very nicely done, Rob.
You need to make sure you're the red winner of the family.
Very nice. Very good.
We'll find out more information again, joseyscoutlodge.org/chili. And again, today, along with our $20, we're going to include 3 of these chili tasting kits. And this is going to be such a wonderful event. Karla, we'll try our best to be out there. I definitely want to come check this out. And this will help to raise funds to continue those repairs of the historic Josey Scout Lodge. It's another historical item here in our community that brings people in from the outside. We want to showcase that Huntsville is more than just a couple of things. This community has so much to offer, so much history. Our friend Dr. Krim does a great job exposing a lot of that history, but we need more people to come in. You're cruising off 45. Cafe Texan Advance has done a great job bringing the museum. That's drawn in people. And then while they're downtown, cruise by, check out these historical buildings like the Josey Scout Lodge.
Absolutely. We never charge scouts anything to use this. Our fee is for them to bring their own paper towels. We frequently have visiting scouts come in from out of town. We've got a group coming in one day next week, I think. There'll be 40 or 50 Cub Scouts and their families here. They're having a big event, but they're coming in from spring. So not only are they using our facility, they'll be using other resources in town as well. So
awesome. Well, ladies, so great to have y'all here today, and we'll continue to promote this event and celebrate. This is another good thing, great thing happening here in Huntsville.
Thank you. Appreciate the time this morning.
You bet. Elizabeth, thanks for being on. So
Appreciate
great to have
you.
y'all. I'm so glad to have you. I said, man, I got to get Karla on. She's just a bundle of joy, and always you bring a smile to so many people, Karla. You really do.
Thank you.
Well, friends, we'll step aside, take a break. I'll wrap it up here on the other side on a Friday. Our show is always brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are the hometown experts in celebrating life. One final opportunity, by the way, if you'd like to enter in tickets to win to the 3 Heath Brothers, great inspirational group here in Huntsville tonight. All you have to do is text in the word brothers to 936-339-0139. Also giving away $20 and 3 of these chili tasting kits. All you got to do for that contest is text in the keyword January along with your name to 936-339-0139. I will be calling a winner on that here on the other side. If you don't answer, you don't win. So make sure you got your phone off. If you're at work, tell your boss you have a very important emergency call if your phone rings. We'll step aside, take a break, a word from our sponsors, and we'll wrap it up, talk about Sam Houston Memorial and more when we come back. This is always your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Trendsetters, join me in welcoming Abby from the Color Bar, the ultimate destination for a fresh look in 2024.
Excited to be here, Rob. We're transforming styles with the latest Bellamy extensions and vibrant colors.
Tell us about these game-changing extensions and the vibe for the new year.
With Bellamy's range and our unique color palette, everyone can find their perfect style. Think bold reds and chic pastels for 2024.
And the deals?
We're offering special financing on extensions and a complimentary conditioning with any color service in January.
Abby, how can listeners join in?
Well, that's easy. They can just visit colorbartx.com or call us at 936-439-4972. We're in Huntsville and Conroe, ready to make your year stunning.
Thanks, Abby. Folks, don't wait to reinvent yourself with the Color Bar's Bellamy magic.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce the upcoming addition of our 3rd location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori. Contact us today at tpms.life. 3rd location on Veterans Memorial, coming soon. Education you can trust.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. friends, back at it here. Time now, 8:30. You know what that means? That means I need to flip the camera and wrap this bad boy up today. Hey, Huntsville ISD had their football banquet last night, so if you're out there, congratulations to all the wonderful football players for a great season under head coach Rodney Southern. Our friends from KSAM Radio were there, Carlos and the whole crew from KSAM Sports. They got a really nice signed helmet last night. And Colton Foster got one, too, at the Huntsville Item. Those young men so deserving of that. Colton does a great job as well on the print side, covering our local youth. And I wanted to give them a special recognition this morning for all of their hard work. So, Colton, congratulations. Carlos, congratulations. And you guys continue to do the amazing work that y'all are doing supporting our youth. You can find out more information. We'll put up the basketball schedules too soon. KSAM's covering that on the video side. We'll put up the schedules and information of how you can engage with those broadcasts. And then for me, I'm covering New Waverly. And so if you want to tune into a little New Waverly basketball this season, you can do that online too. We'll have those up on Hello Huntsville as well. We want to welcome you back into the show. Thanks for being with us this morning as we'll wrap it up here in just a few moments. I did want to take a brief moment to talk about Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. You know, friends, we wouldn't be able to bring you this show every morning throughout the weekday without our Foundation 5 sponsors. There's a lot of other folks, too, that help contribute. Elliot Herzlich with Elliot's Jewelers, Paul Oley. You hear these names every day on this show for a reason. And it's because they're the ones that are helping to bring in folks like the Josey Scout Lodge and our nonprofit community and highlight all the great things happening here in Huntsville. Specifically on a Friday, Billy's normally with me. And the folks at Sam Houston, as I said earlier, Memorial Funeral Home are great. They care about this community. And maybe this morning, you know, you think about a funeral service, and many of us don't want to think about that, but we do. We have to pre-plan and think about what is the next step if something were to happen to us or something were to happen to someone in our family. And maybe you want a traditional service. There seems to be a lot nowadays with more modern things, and a lot of that focus is shifting that way. But I wanted to just educate you this morning that Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home can still showcase a very traditional funeral service. If that's what you're looking for or your loved one says that they want to have, our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home can do that. And so anything that you want for a service, they can take care of. So just wanted to let you know this morning, when you walk in, they're not going to say, well, here's how we do it. They're going to ask, hey, here's how we do things, but what do you want to add to it? Or what do you want to take away? They're going to cater specifically to your needs. And also that pre-planning is so important. So make sure that you go online, check them out. If you need more information, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, and also let Billy and Greg know how much that you appreciate them, and they're going to be there to help you out. I appreciate them very much, and I just wanted to make sure that we talk about that briefly this morning. We miss you today, Billy, but we're excited to be able to wrap up another great week here in Huntsville, Texas. Today, not really a whole lot going on in the National Day of front. I was looking through a few things today, and to be honest, friends, there just really wasn't a heck of a lot worth mentioning. I mean, yesterday, when you have a day like yesterday, was National Arkansas Day. I don't know what else you can talk about. There's really nothing today. Absolutely nothing, other than if you're a pharmacist, it's your day today. It's National Pharmacist Day here in the United States. I'm pulling up our text groove. We have a few folks that have texted in this morning. We'll get over to those phone lines here in just a few moments. We are giving away 3 tickets this morning, 3 tasting kits, rather, to the Josey Scout Lodge and the chili cook-off that's coming up. Big thank you to our friends there, Karla and Elizabeth, for bringing those by. I'm also going to throw in $20, and then we still have those tickets remaining as well for those of you that are interested in going tonight to the Three Heath Brothers. That is going to be a really amazing show tonight, and we want to make sure that house is packed and that folks are out there and taking a part of that. We do have our winner here, and I don't believe this is someone. Yeah, this one came in this morning, so let me get that system fired up, and we'll head over to our winner this morning, and we've got some tickets to give away and $20 cash. Got to answer to win, though. If it gets to that 4th, it may not be picked up. There's that 4th ring.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
So someone texted in, and they did not answer the phone this morning. And that's a tough break because if you don't answer, you don't win. Let's get back at it. Got another one here this morning. So we will head right back over to the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Who are we speaking with?
Savella Garza.
What was the first? Sorry, you cut out, Miss Garza. Your first name?
Savella.
Savella, congratulations. You've won today on Good Morning Huntsville.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, $20 coming your way. Do you have like Cash App or Venmo, one of those outlets to send money to?
No, I only have PayPal.
Oh, we can do PayPal. That's fine. So, Savella, how did you find out about us here on the show?
I was watching today about the Josey Lodge.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, I've also got 3 tasting kits, too, for the Josey Scout Lodge. If you're interested in those, we'll toss those in, and we'll send you $20. How does that sound?
That's exciting.
Awesome. How long are you here in Huntsville?
Actually, I live in Onalaska.
Oh, I'll be in Onalaska this evening. We have New Waverly basketball there tonight. So, well, great. Well, we'll figure out how to get this to you, and so appreciate. Will you be able to make it to the chili cook-off on February the 3rd?
Yes.
Okay. Well, perfect. Well, we got those 3 tasting kits for you, and also I'll send you $20 later on PayPal. Does that sound good?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey, real quick before we go, we always ask folks on this show, what are you most thankful for today?
That I woke up today.
Perfect. I love that. Well, hey, congratulations. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we appreciate you so much. Thanks for entering to win today.
Thank you.
All righty. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Man, check that out. All the way from Onalaska, Texas, just down the road. I say all the way. It's about an hour or so. But $20 going to Savella today, and those 3 tasting tickets to the or tasting kits to the Chili at the Lodge coming up on February the 3rd. Friends, been a fun one here this morning. Appreciate you being here so much, and we want you to have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Our good friend Clay Towsworth saying have a great weekend, Rob, and all of Huntsville. Be sure to support your local vendors at the farmers market. That is so correct. That happens over at the Shenanigans parking lot. Get out there tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to not be too bad. You know, it'll get colder today. Tomorrow it's going to warm back up a little bit. So you got one more day to enjoy somewhat of comfortable weather before things really get chilly coming up at the end of this weekend and over early next week. Friends, that'll wrap it up here for everyone at Hello Huntsville. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, especially Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home on a Friday. I'm Rob Hipp reminding you one final time this week that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, friends. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll be back at it bright and early on Monday morning. Until then, so long, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. We'll see you.